Okay, why don't we run the first time that we do all the common English name for the bone, and there would be sometimes there would be also related to the area. For example, if we have the area of the skull, so we have in the skull we have cranium, which cranium means a collection of bones on the that surround the brain. Yeah. Here we have the upper jaw and the lower jaw. By the way, which of these can move and which of these attach to the skull? So the lower one moves and the upper one attached to the skull. Good. Collarbone in front. Yeah. And if you put one hand here and you lift the shoulder, do you see that it moves as well? What it does is kind of tilt. Yeah, it tilts there. Chest bone. Put your hands in here, and then can you breathe deeply in and out? You see what happened when you move? When you breathe? Sorry? It comes up, right? And down, yeah? So it's arm completely missed. Where are your arms? Okay. Here is sometimes a confusion because sometimes there are 2 to 3 names of the same area. So neck is also called the cervical spine, the upper back called the thoracic spine, and the lower back called the lumbar. Yeah? From these 3 areas, which one do you think has the most amount of movement? Neck, thoracic, or lower back?
Lower.
Lower back?
Neck.
Cervical.
Actually, the neck.
Yeah.
This is how much movement you have, you know? So neck is first, lower back, and the thoracic is the least amount of movement. Why? It's the ribs. You see how the ribs kind of secure that? Good. Shoulder blade. We've talked about the shoulder blade. Collarbones, ribs, and disc. Discs are these spongy bits between 2 vertebrae. And now it's the hip bones. The hip bone is quite big, you know, from here to here. And it has different areas. For example, the sit bone is located here. Yeah. The pubic bone is in front. And I'm not sure if it was in your note, but did you have the iliac crest here as well? No, you don't. Okay.
Where was the seat one of it?
Sit bones are here. The sit bones, if you want to feel them, then come and sit and feel the 2 bones that kind of support you when you're sitting. Yeah. So they are part of the hip bone, but they will be called sit bones as well. In between the 2 hip bones is the sacrum, and below that is the coccyx. Yeah, rib 12 in here. Okay, let's try to make some sense. How do we call this area? Sorry? The area. You write about the bone, but how do we call this and how do we call that? This is the thigh, and this is the leg. The leg. In the thigh, the bone is the femur, and in the leg we have 2 bones. We have the shin bone, and we have the small bones here that I don't think that you've had anything there, right? No, okay. So we have the shin bone and we have the smaller bone. Next time we'll learn this. This is the kneecap, and then we have the feet bones and the toes. And behind that is the heel bone, yeah? On the back, the heel bone is the one that you start walking, then roll onto the heel bone. What else do we have here? Okay, this is the arm, and this area is the forearm. Yeah, arm bone is the humerus. Oh, we don't need to know that. Right. Funny bone. What is that?
We had funny bone.
Yes, you had the funny bone. Yeah. What's the funny bone? That's
very funny
here.
bone.
Yeah. Wrist. The wrist is, if you look at your palm, when you see the crease here, it's actually the base of your palm. This is the wrist, wrist, and this is the palm, and that's the fingers, yes? That's the names. I think we covered everything, isn't it? Yeah? Okay. So why don't you fairly quickly take them off? This video would be available from tomorrow if you have some homework to do, that this video would help you. So you can always come back to the video. Okay, any questions, anything? Okay, so let's take a second to clean everything, put all these notes back into the bin, and then start a new session.